In this video, you know what way was passed by Valentyn Viktorovich Serdyuk, that you were able to find the best from experience more than 50 years of decision of problems of back and related to it by problems. You also will see on what reason deservingly that to study books written by him. Remind that Professor Serdyuk was the surgeon orthopedist traumatologist of higher category and owned a technique and technology of all operations on speciality. So, Valentyn was born in the Second World War, the 9th of July 1942, in city occupied to fascist Germany, Mykolaiv. War, privations, danger, and absence of necessity was a daily occurrence in a right-on life. Living childhood in severe terms, realization appeared that overcoming of obstacles and difficulties is inalienable part of life. Aspiring to the study of English became one of aims in school years. Mother Valentina worked at nights on a few works to give possibility to study foreign languages. Moving to Odessa, understanding was formed that foreign language proficiency will allow to get access to different literature that yet was not translated into the Russian or Ukrainian language, possibility to listen radio in English language, and get information without passing of censorship, the USSR. Into understanding, time what only the display of will can bring garden stuffs. Valentyn inlaid energy in the sporting fight of Sambo and became a candidate in Masters of Sport in 1962. Interest in medicine and help to the people appeared as early as school, but in those times to enter higher educational establishment, it was impossibly without working experience. Therefore, Valentyn settled down to work as a hospital attendant on first aid. Working on first aid and not stopping to study English and having a degree of candidate in Masters of Sport allowed to begin to work as a translator for foreigners in Interclub. For those who ever knows, in those times of Brezhnev, to work as a translator on foreign courts it was impossibly without permission of KGB. But because Valentyn possessed a shrewdness and Odessa sense of humor, he, with lightness, was able to pass all tests and verifications of KGB. In 1966, with a difference made off the curative faculty of the Odessa Medical Institute. Speciality is a traumatology orthopedy. Making off in university with a red diploma, Valentyn begins to work as a ship doctor and general surgeon on courts, Alexander Gerzin and Andrei Goncharov, from 1966 till 1971. In 1971, after the 6-month educating in the Kyiv Institute of Improvement of Doctors, got qualification of orthopedist traumatologist. From 1971 till 1974, works as the graduate student of Department of Traumatology and Orthopedy of the Odessa Medical Institute of Pirogov. After defense of the candidate's dissertation sanctified to treatment of inveterate damages of Achilles tendon, was left on a department in position of assistant, and in 1974 protected candidate's dissertation. In 1982, got the honored rank of the Deserved Inventor of Ukrainian SSR. It was the recipient of an award 1 gold, 2 silver, and by 2 bronze medals of the USSR. In 1986 protected doctoral dissertation, and also engages in creation of new direction in surgery, the use of magneto-acousticians in a prophylaxis and treatment of infection for surgical patients. Valentyn is an author of series produce in the scales of the former USSR and now countries the CIS, magnetically acoustic vehicles, both stationary PDMT and portable type MAVR. From 1990 becomes the professor of Department of Traumatology and Orthopedy and Naval Surgery of the Odessa Medical University. For 30 years, a Professor Serdyuk was able to teach more than 2,000 foreign students. For the long and fruitful innings, Professor Valentyn Serdyuk worked out new medical instruments, methods of treatment, vehicles on that, got 40 patents and 72 certificates on rationalization suggestions. He is the author of New Direction in Surgical Treatment of Patients with the Damages of Large Joints that was complicated by development of festering surgery, magnetically acoustic therapy. In 1993 was Selek the academician of the Ukrainian Academy of Original Ideas. Fundamental works of Professor Serdyuk of vertebrology, sanctified to the scoliosis, resulted in opening of mechanism of his development of high-efficiency method of conservative treatment of children of small age and teenagers. Efficiency of treatment of fire wounds of extremities with festering complications, and also trophic ulcers, including diabetic origin, considerably rises due to application of magnetotherapy original vehicles. In 1995, got a diploma on the scientific opening in vertebrology given out by the Ukrainian International Academy of Originalideas. In 2008, got the second diploma on the scientific opening in vertebrology. Name of opening: conformity to law of forming of scoliotic deformation of backbone on the basis of the instability in all his departments related to the asymmetric function of parencephalons. The last 20 years of work were sanctified to the deep study of problem of treatment of scoliosis combining with a back pain syndrome. As a result, he has accumulated the personal experience of successful treatment more than 9,500 patients, was described in a book, Asymmetry of Body, Scoliosis, Back Pain Syndrome, New Look to the Old Problem. Thus, it was succeeded to expose not only appropriate reasons of origin of scoliosis, but also conformity to law of development of diseases of internals of children and adults on the basis of the deformations of backbone formed in early child's age. On the basis of the indicated opening, the new high-efficiency conservative method of treatment of idiopathic scoliosis was worked out. About what it was on World Congress on the problems of scoliosis in London in 2011. A lecture is the Idiopathic Scoliosis, Mechanisms of His Development. In the same year in Prague, Czech Republic, on World Congress of Orthopedists, Traumatologists, and also in United Arab Emirates, India, and Brazil. A Professor Valentyn Serdyuk is the actual member of the World Association of Traumatologists and Orthopedists, SECOT. As an expensive spectator can make sure a huge, long, and saturated way is gone, that possibility to expound and carry to all people essence of problems of backbone and diseases related to them appeared. And as heritage and value for people all experience is presented and accessible, as in video materials, so in books, so that people become healthier and more aware in the decision of problems related to the backbone. Be healthy.